Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mias, and welcome to my virtual world deck profile post ban list. I guess you can say some things have changed, even though this deck did not get touched whatsoever. You have less competition, kind of, since Buster Lock is now dead, so you can kind of start teching for mirrors. And I guess I did make mistakes in my past deck profile because I completely forgot that a few cards exist, and now I actually did include them. So before I start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So the first one is Kirin, which is a level 6 unicorn, but it is not on the ban list. So yeah, no, it's the other Kirin. This card's really good. Lily, it basically is a Foolish Burial multiplied by 2, actually. So these guys, I just want to say something right now. Alright, hold on a sec. I just want to organize it so it makes more sense. These 12, or I guess these 4 different virtual worlds, they all have the exact same effect in the hand, whereas you can target like a virtual world card you control, send like one different card type of a virtual world from your deck to the grave, and then special summon it, special summon them, and then you apply an effect like simultaneously. So it's not an effect on the field, meaning that they dodge, scale drain, effect veiler, stuff like that. And this one is the only exception, Nyan Nyan. Basically, its effect is when you normal or special summon a level 3 monster while Nyan Nyan is in the graveyard, you can revive it, but it gets banished when it leaves the field. And also, when it does get banished, you can target one of your banished cards, doesn't have to be a face-up cards, so has synergy with Desires, and shuffle it back into your deck. So now the effects that they have on summon, well, I mean, once again, on simultaneous, on the, on resolution. Kirin would actually send another card type, so the card type of virtual world that you didn't send or target. So if you target, let's say, a trap card and you choose to send a spell when you try to summon virtual world Kirin Lily, then you actually have the option of sending a monster after that. You can choose to say no. And then Lao Lao is basically a monster reborn for any virtual world monster from your graveyard in defense. One sec, by the way, everything here is once per turn of their effects, kind of. Lulu is basically a searcher for the missing card type. So once again, exactly like Lily, their names are so confusing. If you target a trap and you choose to send, let's say, a monster, then you search a spell. So you can kind of see where this is going. And Gigi is kind of like a Skarm, but not from your deck to your hand, rather from your graveyard to your hand. So during the end phase, you get to recycle back a virtual world monster from your graveyard to your hand. So that's why I kind of compared this to the Skarm. And I'll re-explain Yan Yan. This is a Psychic, this is a Worm, this is another Psychic, this is a Psychic, and this is a Worm. So yes, you can actually play through There Can Only Be One, and you can also play through Rivalry. Which is interesting, actually. Break Sword is a warrior, so if you need to play around There Can Only Be One, you have a Worm and a Psychic into, the play. And it's kind of easy, it's kind of just a 2-card combo, barely. So, yeah. And for Rivalry, I guess you're pretty much going to be playing with, like, 2 Psychics, and then you're probably going to start making, like, Synchros or Xyz and stuff like that, so... yeah. Anyways, moving forward, 3 Nibiru, 3 Lancia, and 3 Ash for the hand traps. I'm not playing Infinite because you cannot use it against VFD in the mirror, because they would just pop their VFD with Chooch, so it just makes no sense. Infinite is no longer a good card. Lancia is total insanity, because it actually does a lot. Not only can they not banish the Qinglong from their graveyard, so they are missing out on a search, but also they never get their cards banished, so they can't use the Chooch during your turn to pop a card, so it gets harder for them to get 2 VFD, and also they are missing out on like one of their most crucial searchable interruptions, so more often than not they're not doing that much. And it's also really good against other decks like Dinosaurs. It basically is a complete turn skipper. Even if they have the nuts, they can't do anything. No miscellaneous ores from grave, no summoning a conductor whatsoever, no double evolution pill. It's kind of disgusting, right? So yeah, Lancia is a great card. Nibiru, I don't really have to explain it too much, but how I wouldn't use Nibiru in a virtual world mirror is I let them do absolutely everything, and then when they summon VFD, when they do everything, then I'm like, yeah, Nibiru, get the hell out of here. So yeah, and they can't really recover from this too easily. It's kind of difficult, so Nibiru is great. Ash, shockingly enough, can actually be used against Virtual World City Colon is the reason for that is because it actually includes an effect where you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and even if you don't actually have enough Virtual World Gate on your field to use that, you can still Ash a Colon. It's so whack. It makes no sense because you cannot Ash a 3 Tactical Talents if the opponent didn't declare the effect to draw 2. Like if he's trying to like take control of a monster or shuffle back the from your hand, but you actually can Ash Colon. So yeah, pretty confusing, but that's how it is, I guess. And it's just really good against Rogue, so I was like, why not? I have space for like another hand shop package, so yeah. Cyclone, really good card. You don't really need to play it though, so it's kind of, you know, it's good if you're trying to banish the Chooch if you prevent them from going into Nibiru in the first place. Like I guess it's good with Nibiru, but you know, yeah, it's all right. Emergency Teleport, I mean, I don't really have to explain this in a deck that plays so many Psychics, like Nyan Nyan and Lulu. Called by the Grave, I guess, once again. Unsearchable 1-of, so whatever. Monster Reborn, Upstart, once again, whatever. Triple Desires, like I said, it has nice synergy with Nyan Nyan, so why not? Triple Colon, this actually can activate either, King Long or Chooch from your deck. And I guess the ultimate bonus effect of this card will never come up, honestly. It's literally impossible. And there will actually be a new trap card for Virtual World coming relatively soon. I think it's Blazing Vortex, I forgot. It's kind of like a Monster Reborn from your graveyard, but you have to send like a card from your hand to the grave, just like King Long. But by that time, I think Virtual World will probably get like completely demolished in the ban list, so yeah. Anyways, moving forward for the extra deck, XX Saber Gothams, Shen, sorry, okay, so this is if you're trying to go for the hand loop route, because the typical combo can either hand loop for 3 with VFD and the trap, or hand loop for 4 with the trap, or hand loop 5 with the trap if you have like a really good hand. Technically, yeah, I mean, the thing is, honestly, I would rather go hand loop 4 and VFD, but it depends. Sometimes hand loop 5 is actually the way to go because they still have to play through a trap card that's just really good. It's like a Drancia, so yeah. Shen is like a baby Macrocosmos. It's not a full Macrocosmos because it's only from the field to the graveyard, so yeah. It's not as good as Dark Law, and also it affects you, yourself, but in a way that can kind of be good because it fuels your Chooch completely, so I mean, why not? It's decent, and it also has an effect where it can revive back itself from the graveyard, and also it doesn't get banished when it leaves the field if you do that, so it's kind of sick, actually. You can keep reviving it again and again and again, but you have to banish 2 monsters with different types and attributes for your graveyard, so it's kind of not that easy, to be honest. Ravenous Crocosaur, another level 9 Synchro that does something, I guess. Double Cloud Castle, of course. Beast Juju, yeah, I mean, I don't even know why I'm playing it, honestly. It's alright, though. I guess it's good, but I don't think I've ever used it too much. Coral Dragon's cool. Stardust Charge Warrior. Ironically, this card is kind of good against Prank Kids, because when they fuse for all their, you know, they summon all their Prank Kid monster, this can actually attack every monster on the field. So, it's easy to summon. It's just a level 6, and you draw a card, so it's an extender, and you can just jump over a lot of monsters. So, it prevents them from having, like, a really good follow-up, but it has 2k attack, and I think the Water Prank Kids has 2k defense, so you have to watch out for that. Anyway, Zeus, of course, with double VFD, because you can make 2. You can technically make 2 on your turn 1, and also you can have like a second one for your follow-up, because in case you don't OTK or something, but yeah. It's not gonna be the biggest problem, honestly. But it's just so easy, because with single Lao Lao can revive back a level 3 non-tuner, and then you make Cloud Castle revive back literally any level 9 Synchro monster in your graveyard. And then you make VFD already, or Interblathnier, Gaia Dragon. These guys, it's different because they allow you to go into Zeus, so they're really, really good going second, but you're never really making these Xyzs going first. Interblathnier is good going first or going second, so that's why I have it here. But if you have to play through like Dragoon, yeah, it's that simple. You just make like a Break Sword, then you make Zeus, and then you pass. And yeah, they're under a lot of pressure, to be honest, so yeah. Idea section, I have Beast of the Pharaoh. If you really want to play like a more aggressive route for the hand loop, but I don't recommend it because it only like works if you draw either spell, because then it would mean that you have to like normal summon like a virtual world. Yeah, it won't work. So yeah, it takes up your normal summon. It's a brick. I don't really recommend it, honestly. Trishula is good. You can definitely play it. Third Cloud Castle and second Enter Blatnir is just if you're trying to handle 5. But the combo's not that simple. Handle 4, I want to say, is relatively... I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, honestly, at the end of the day. But yeah. I don't know why I have another Coral Dragon. This is long. I don't know. It's not that good. Jaja is pretty decent, honestly. And Out Dragoon in a way. Yeah. And Tactical Talents isn't that great. So that's pretty much all I had to say for this beautiful virtual world deck profile. If you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.